What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Boy JK, and today we are in episode number 3 of the Queens Park FC Road to Glory in Football Manager 21. That's right, boys. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw we are off to a flying start, and let me tell you, not much has changed. We are rolling, we're piling on the goals, everyone's clicking, the tactics are hitting different. The 4-4-2 down in the low leagues, you know the vibe. It's popping off. But let's go ahead and jump in and show you guys what you've been missing since then. So as you see on the screen right now, we are sitting top of the table in League 2. Let's look at it. We are 9 games in, only have taken 1 loss, only have taken 1 draw, 22 points, tied with Brechin City, who shockingly has been keeping up with us. I mean, the only big difference is we are just killing everyone in goal differential. But I mean, there's a couple teams that are pretty close to us points-wise, so we still need to be careful. Now, in the last episode, you saw us play the very first 2 games of the year where we got a 3-0 victory and a 3-1 victory, and as you see, not much has changed. We went away on the next game against Strainier, and we drew 2-2. It was a crushing draw, as you see in the 93rd minute. They got the equalizer, but then we picked it right back up where we left. Elgin City we beat 4-0. Jai Quintongo dropped in a brace, and so did Bob McHugh. And then against our rivals, which I think I told you guys was going to be the next video, but then I decided to wait, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. But against our rivals, Clyde, who's up in League 1, a division higher than us, we beat them 3-1. And then come back to the league. Maybe it was due to a congested schedule, maybe we just weren't prepared, but we took our first loss and only loss of the season to Brechin City, who, like I just showed you guys, is second. So they are our tough team. And then in the League Cup, we topped our group. As you just saw, we beat Clyde, our rival. We topped the group, and then we got a tough draw against Rangers. And boys, they played pretty much their A-team, and right now they're first in the Scottish Prim. But look at that. We drew them 1-1 after 120 minutes, had to go all the way to penalties, and sadly Bob McHugh and Simon Murray in his debut game missed penalties. But hey, that was still crazy that us, the original team, the original Glasgow Derby right there, we took them 120 minutes, 1-1, and had to go to penalties. But the better team won in the end. Anyway, though, after we got knocked out of that Leagues Cup, we still went right back to a run of crazy form. 5-1 against Stenhousemer, where Simon Murray in his league debut dropped in a hat trick, and Jai Quintongo added in 2. Then we 4-1 Cowdenbeath, 3-0 Edinburgh City, and then 4-0 Annan Athletic just a few days ago. Now, as you see, plenty of people are scoring goals. And if we just take a look over here, in the league, we don't have anyone with the Golden Boot leader. And do you see what I see? This man, Greg Spence, has had 15 goals in 9 games. I mean, he's going off the deep end. But anyway, I wanted to show you our leaders. And as you see, Jai Quintongo on the season, 12 goals in 13 games, and adding in those 2 assists. He has been playing lights out. Also, he just got rewarded a brand new contract for 3 more years. We've locked up Jai Quintongo on $37,000 salary. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but everyone on this club, now barring Jai and a couple of the youngsters, are on a 1-year deal. So as you see right here, from Will Bainham all the way up to Alex Bruce, all of those guys are on 1-year contracts. So that's definitely going to be something to deal with in the next coming months and towards the offseason. But anyway, now that we're all caught up and you guys are ready to watch the Queens Park not the Queens Park Rangers, the Queens Park Spiders pop off, today's episode is going to be a big one. We are entering the Scottish Cup first round, and if you guys remember all the way back in the intro, the Scottish Cup is the competition that we have won 10 times, 3rd most in history. But we are starting it off against Civil Service Strollers, who we're about to play in a minute, and they are down in the league below us. They're outside of the Scottish Pyramid, the professional pyramid. They're a semi-pro club in the 5th division, but don't let that fool you. You never know what happened in the cups, all types of stuff. And then the next game we'll be playing is against 7th place Albion Rovers in the league. So we're going to jump into this video. I'm going to jump cut, and then I'll show you guys the starting 11 because we're going to be rotating. We're going to show some youngsters. We're going to get them their first debut for the squad. We're going to play a bunch of youngsters pretty much, but I'll see you guys over there in just a minute. All right, boys, it is cup time, cup season. As you see, we are not at home, we are away. And just real quick, before we get into this highlight, let me show you guys the starting 11 with 3 boys making their debut. In net, between the sticks, we got Jocks. He is making his professional debut. If you guys watched the earlier videos I showed you, he is a guy with 5-star potential, a really nice looking prospect keeper. And then in right back, we got the 16-year-old Neil McAdams making his debut, another guy with loads of potential. Hopefully we can see something from him today. And of course, the left midfielder making also his professional debut, Callum Gormley. He has the flair, and hopefully he can start developing his pace and technical attributes, but I'm very excited to see what these 3 can do today. And then the rest of the players are normal players. We're rotating some strikers out. We got Will Bainham up top at striker, and of course I couldn't bench Jai Quintango just because he is on such a tear of form. But anyway, back to the game. Very first highlight, a minute 30 in. McGlinchey on the set piece whips in a dangerous ball, and Stuart Morrison getting the start bangs in a goal with a great one-touch volley. So here we go, off to the races. We should absolutely slaughter this team. I mean, they're in the non-leagues, and we have pretty much an all-star team down here, so I'm expecting a good showing, and that's why I wanted to rotate in 3 of these youngsters. Hopefully they can, show some promise, and, maybe we'll find a future gem on the team. But anyway, back to a highlight, and here they go. I forget their name. It's like service strollers or something. Oh, boy. I need to remember their name really quick. Queen's Park? What's the civil service strollers? Yeah, because I mean, who could forget that name? Am I right? McGlinchey with the interception. He decides to play it back to Slater, who gives it right back to McGlinchey. And now we go out wide to Gormley, the youngster, who whips in a pretty good ball to Will Bainham, and he gets his head on it, but it just goes over the crossbar, so no goal coming from it, but I like the move over there by Gormley. That was a pretty nice cross in, and now we're approaching halftime, still only up 1-0. We got 12 shots, so I'm hoping we can start, finding the back of the net instead of just shooting all around, but hey, it's looking okay so far. I can't complain in the league. Gormley makes a nice interception, and Robson starts the counterattack over the top to Jai Quintango, who has to absolutely annihilate this poor keeper. Boys, this right here, that is why Jai Quintango just got a 3-year deal. Look at that. A beautiful ball over the top, and as soon as he sees the keeper come off his line, he just cheeps him? He chips him, and it bounces straight off the top bar. Beautiful. I mean, just, what can you say about it? That's just a masterclass finish. McAdams on the throw-in. Grant gets his head on it, and Captain Grant gets himself on the scoring sheet too. 3-0 quickly after I was just complaining about only having 1 goals. And, this is a theme. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know that I am a throw-in merchant. I am. The long throw-ins are OP. They have been in every FM I've played. That's what you got to do, boys. If you want some hidden tactics, some tips and tricks, just make sure on your set pieces you got your boys throwing it in straight to the box, because it works. But anyway, Civil Service finds us sleeping over the top, and Young had a good look at it, but luckily the young jock has us in safe hands in his first start. Dangerous set piece right here from Fee right outside the box. He goes for goal, and he bangs it. Kyle Fee from the 5th Division club absolutely puts in a Messi like free kick. The curl into the top bin. I might have to be scouting him up and seeing what he's on about down in the 5th Division. But anyway, that is halftime. We are up 3-1. Not much to be mad about. Their 1 goal was, it was a banger. You can't really discredit that. It's just a dangerous free kick from a dangerous spot. So maybe we need to start being a little bit more careful of where we're making these tackles and these hard fouls. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with the performance. Another throw in from McAdams. This time he just line drives it right at a defender's face. Anyway, Robinson's got the ball. He's going forward over the top to Gormley, the youngster, who cuts it back to Will Bainham. And after an initial reflection, he bangs it in. That's just what he does. I think he just McGregor walked over here. But Will Bainham getting a start in the cup, and he wants to be recognized up in that rotation for the strikers. As you see, I showed you guys Simon Murray had a hat trick in his league debut, and then he had another game with a brace. We are just overloaded at strikers, which is a great problem to have. McGlinchey on the free kick. Captain Grant almost bangs it in for another, but nothing happening. A great tackle there by Slater, but I think it's time in the 65th minute. We make some substitutions. Nobody's really super drained. Will Bainham on 1 goal. I think I'm going to take him out. We're going to pop Simon Murray in just to let Simon Murray probably dismantle this 5th division side, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Captain Grant, we're going to go ahead and sub off and put in Kenise Carroll back there. I've been really vibing with Kenise Carroll. He's just like a utility man. He's great to have off the bench. He can play pretty much anywhere on the back line and right in the midfield as like a ball winner. So it's very helpful to have someone like that on the bench. I just think I saw the stats and we have 20 shots. Yeah, 20 shots, 9 on target, and a 2 XG. We're looking good. Jai Quintongo almost got his head on that one. McAdams over the top to Simon Murray, who, that was a good ball, though. Right to Murray, who then tips it down to Jai Quintongo, but he was offsides right about there. Yep, by about a whole body length, so can't be complaining about that. But I'm liking that we're still on the attack. Looking for some more goals. Looks like McAdams is going to have to come off. He had a pretty good game. I'm not gonna lie. I've been impressed with all 3 of these youngsters. As you see, Gormley's still in the game, rocking a 7.3 match rating. The keeper hasn't had to do too much. He did get beat on that free kick, but I mean, hey, what are you gonna do to stop a top shelf set piece? But other than that, I've been very impressed with the youngsters. We're putting in a good show. Kenise Carroll clears it off the line. Right to McLean, who finds a breaking Jai Quintongo. Is he going to get it? Oh, okay. He didn't get his second of the game. I almost said he's going to get his hat trick, but the last one was offsides. Now we go to a corner to Slater. Tries to find a streaking Murray, but nothing happening. And now civil service on the counter. McMahon tries to take it himself. And then he realized that he's a semi-pro baller in the 5th tier. But hey, in his head, he's a Division I All-Star, boys, and that's all that matters. Am I right? Like, come on. I'm sitting in my basement, and I think I'm, Pep Guardiola, but really, I'm just a guy playing FM. But all that matters is what's in your head. They almost scored another goal, but it looks like this is going to wind down unless another late goal in the second half. Oof, boys, almost another one. The 92nd minute on some stoppage time. We got about 2 more minutes of stoppage time left, but it looks like we're going to get out of here with a 4-1 victory to start off the first of what's hopefully a couple cup runs this year. I would love to go pretty deep in this cup. Remember, the board wants us to get to the 3rd round, and that shouldn't be anything drastically hard to do unless we get a terrible draw next round, like another Rangers or a Celtic or a big Prim side. Even a championship side. I know I keep saying that we're like an all-star team, but realistically, we are still a team that is in League 2, a team that we don't have a ton of depth. We're barely fielding the 9 players on the bench, but, it's the cup. It's the magic of the cup. But anyway, I'm going to do another jump cut, and I'll see you guys back here with the second match of the episode, a league match away against Albion Rovers. Stay tuned. Where else are you going to go? Maybe get a popcorn or something, because we're putting on a show. I smell the Jai Quintongo hat trick. Write it down. All right, boys. We are back, and there's a slight change of plans that I think you guys are going to enjoy. Now, check this out. Okay, so the last match we just played, Civil Service, beat them 4-1 in the Cup. Great. Then I went ahead and played against Albion Rovers. Don't worry about that. It was an ugly 1-1 draw. We gave up a pin early, and then luckily Jai saved us. But anyway, we are going to play now the second round of the Scottish Cup. It came up, and the game was just a week after what we were going to initially play, so I said, why not give the boys in episode 3 a cup double header, and we got a pretty tricky draw. Fofar Athletic, a division above us in League 1. Now, they are a semi-pro club, but they're nothing to, blink an eye at. They are second place currently in League 1. So, I mean, there's some big teams up there in the division above us, and they're at second place. So, as of right now, they're 1 point off of automatic promotion to the championship. So this could be a tricky game, but the funny thing is, right before the game started, I got my data analysis report on Fofar, and he legitimately told me, he said, we are the better team, but they could surprise us. So if you're asking the coaches around here, they literally say that we're the better team. But I'm still a little nervous because this is a team that is above us, a whole division above us, and they're sitting second in the table. So, it is what it is, but it's the cup for a reason. As you see on the bottom, the starting 11 is our strongest that we could field. We got Kenise Carroll playing right back, the 2 stars at center back, Captain Grant and Bruce. And then Hakeem is back in at left back, Longbridge on the right, Slater and McGlinchey holding down the midfield, Robson on the left, and then Simon Murray and Quintongo. Speaking of them, Simon Murray puts us in the lead early, 13th minute. Great goal. I don't know about you guys, but these kits are throwing me off. I didn't even know who had the ball there for a second. But Robson, right over the top to the Ginger Ninja himself, the Ginger Ninja, Simon Murray, with a great flying volley right there. I think we should line up tactically pretty well against these guys. They're running a 4-5-1, so unless their wingers are getting way up the field, I mean, they're really compact. They might be playing a pretty low block on us, but I'm hoping we can break that down pretty nice. So anyway, we had another pretty good highlight. Nothing coming from it, but we intercept this, and now Jai Quintongo goes right past the keeper and just blasts it. Top bins for his 15th of the year, and it is a January right now is where we are. So he's on pace to maybe hit a 30-goal season, at least 25, something around there is where I think he's going to finish. But look at this, a huge finish right past the keeper. He was frozen in time, and we're looking good so far. 2-0 in the 27th against a team that is second place in League 1. I'm liking this as they try to go over the top or something. I don't know. But O'Malley, the alley cat, grips it. And now Robson on the counterattack. He's looking, doesn't find anybody, and he doesn't need anybody. T-Rob blasting it into the back of the net. And boys, we are rolling against Fofar. 3-0. Look at that. O'Malley starts the counterattack, and Robson just says, I'll do the rest, coach. I don't need much help. Beats the keeper. That keeper looks like a deer in headlights tonight. He does not look like he is ready for this fire attack of Queen's Park. 40th minute, looking like we're going to go into halftime up 3, which is humongous. And I'm really, really excited about this, boys, because that means we are going to progress to the 3rd round, which is exactly what the board wanted. But now McKenzie, right before halftime, tries to bring Fofar 1, and he can't do it. He gets a little too selfish. He must think he was T-Rob on our team, but, nobody can be that saucy. So anyway, we go into the locker rooms, up 3, which is just humongous. I'm just going to say, boys, you're doing great. Go back out there, pile on the misery, though, because I want to show to the rest of Scotland, we're nothing to play with. We're ready. We're coming for this cup. We need our 11th Scottish Cup in the trophy cabinet. Again, McKenzie, though, for Fofar. He goes and finds McAuliffe, who just bangs it into the top bins. All of these goals have been absolute stunning. But anyway, let's rewatch this because McKenzie just pretty much beats us on a counterattack. I'm going to pause right here. I don't know who this is. Bruce, who's supposed to be our stud, gives up the baseline and then doesn't even try to make a tackle, I guess because he's on a yellow card. But then again, some really relaxed defense right there by Kenise Carroll. And Reese McAuliffe puts them with 1 goal back. So 3-1. Hopefully, we don't blow this lead and do anything crazy. But now it's our turn for a highlight as Hakeem whips it up to T-Rob. He can't do anything with it. Gets it stolen. And now Fofar looking for it. I don't know what to call this team. I've told you guys that I'm going to butcher these Scottish names. I've called him Fofar, I've called him Forfar. I'm going to guess it's Forfar because, that's how it's spelled. But Bruce heads it away right back into their lap, and now they are playing it back to their back line, trying to build something up. Hopefully we can keep the pressure on him as Lewis Longridge gets it, and now Simon Murray on the breakaway. You're not stopping that guy. Simon Murray for his 2nd of the game and 7th of the season. And don't forget that he was out for a long time with that damaged crucial ligaments. So it's really good to see him come back from a major injury and pile on the goals like he never left. I'm going to go ahead and make a sub, and we're going to get Bruce out of here just because he's on a yellow card, and he's looking a little timid, like he doesn't want to get his 2nd, and I don't want him to get his 2nd, so we're going to go ahead and sub him off right there. Coming up to the 70th, I'm probably going to make a double switch, and we're just going to go ahead and get Kenise Carroll out of here. Going to put in Darren Lyon, a guy that I have not been too happy with this season. He was one of the key players I think I showed you guys back in the intro, but I mean, if you look at him on paper, he's great. I've played him at ball winning, I've played him at box-to-box, I've played him at fullback. He can play all of those positions naturally, but just really hasn't showed me anything too great so far. I'm actually going to throw him up at ball winning, and then we're going to put Michael Doyle in at fullback. So there we go. We make our 3rd save as Lewis Longridge. I was going to say makes a great tackle, but apparently it was a penalty. Ref, can I see this? Can I see this again? Okay, McKenzie dribbling down the left flank, and Lewis Longridge, all the way back from midfield, makes a... Boys, am I tripping, or is that just a really clean all-ball tackle? I mean, that looked like absolutely no way a penalty. I'm watching this one more time. I think they're bribing the refs, trying to get back. Watch this. That's all ball all day long. And then he even gets hurt. Maybe he just sat down because he was disgusted. But anyway, we give up a penalty late that I'm going to have to bash them about in the post-game meeting. But anyway, they get one back. Steven Doris puts it in the back of the net. I think it's a case of too little, too late. Hopefully, we don't blow this. But 80th minute coming up. They almost had a fast break. We clear it for now. They have it again on that same side. McKenzie, Lewis Longridge looking for him. Whoo-wee! Okay, and O'Malley saves us right there, but now they have a dangerous corner as Graham lines it up. Looking for McAuliffe. He can't get it. McGlinchey, hopefully we can just hoof it forward. Waste some time. McGlinchey's got the overlap. He's going to look for him. He goes for Jai, who just gets beat by the backline Travis. Corner kick for us, though. Robson. Oh, no. Okay. Morrison stops their counter. Back into Robson, who finds Longridge, who almost makes up for that penalty, but it just goes wide of the target. 83rd minute here. We're looking pretty even on the paper. 15 shots to 10. Pretty similar XGs, but we've just been the more clinical finishers tonight, which I love to see. Jai Quintango beats everybody and finds Simon Murray for his 3rd of the game. Simon Murray gets a hat trick in round 2 of the Scottish Cup, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. Look at Jai Quintango take on 2 defenders and just absolutely catch him snoozing, and then a great ball to, once again, the flying Ginger Ninja. He comes in and he hits that volley sweet for his hat trick. So there we go, boys. A 5-2 victory in round 2 of the Scottish Cup against a team who is way ahead of us, a whole division ahead of us, and in 2nd place. I'm not going to let you guys forget that. This isn't a cakewalk to the 3rd round of this cup, but that will do it for episode number 3 of the Road to Glory, the Queen's Park Road to Glory. We are taking them to the top, and behind this man and Jai Quintango up front, I think we're on pace for a good promotion. But when you guys come back tomorrow for episode number 4, I'm thinking that depending on when the 3rd round of the Cup is going to be, that's definitely going to be the next episode. Regardless of when it is, we're going to show you guys the 3rd round of the Scottish Cup, probably against another good opponent, and then depending on the shakeout of the next round or however it goes, it'll either be a league game or the next round, the 4th round. So anyway, if you guys are enjoying this series, be sure to smack the like button, subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from your boy, Layboy JK. And as always, if you have any comments or any tips or anything you just want to say hi, be sure to leave it in the comments below. I reply to everything. I'd love to connect with you guys. Follow me on social medias. It's all in the description. But I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another banger. Leia Boy JK is out of here.
I got bands like it's Woodstock. Drop the roof, boy, it's getting hot. Steady stacking on my guap. Leia boys heading to the top. Hey, I got rides like a Six Flags. Shorty man, real mad, but she keep running.